When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Can you feel the love tonight? Take on me. Welcome to this video. My name is Hannes and today I want to show you how you can easily play power chords. And in the intro I just showed you a tiny little bit of musical culture which we can play with power chords. You can play literally any song with power chords. And this is a great thing because power chords are easy for beginners to learn. And this is what this video is about. I will show you how you can learn to play power chords and what you need to consider and to take a look at when you want to learn those cool and very powerful chords. Now let's take a look at a power chord, what actually a power chord is. A power chord is not only something beginners use, I mean, everybody uses them, from the pro to the beginner, everybody. A power chord actually is based on two notes. It can be filled up to consist of three notes, but it's just two notes which are usually played with the index and the ring finger first. So let's play, for example, the G power chord. The G power chord is played with the index finger at the 3rd fret of the low E string, and the ring finger goes to the 5th fret of the A string, okay? And this might be already a challenge to get your fingers that far away from each other. So maybe we start out just with one finger. Just play 3rd fret E string with your index finger. And just strum that, just pick that note. Make sure your thumb is kind of like at the back of the neck on the opposite side of the neck. Your index finger is on the fretboard, your thumb is on the back. It helps you to build up the pressure you need. And try to be as close to the fret, to the metal thing there, as possible. Don't be there, okay? Try to be as close to the 3rd fret as possible. Not on the fret, but as close as possible. Because that will make it easier for your ring finger in the next position here to master the string to sound. And now we play with the ring finger. We don't use the index finger for now, just the ring finger, the 5th fret on the A string. Okay, make sure you hit just the A string. And now we try to bring them both together. Remember, with the index finger, try to be as close to the fret as possible. Thumb at the back of the neck, kind of like the same position as the index finger. Don't have it here, don't have it here, it's somewhere there. And now the ring finger will be also close to the fret, as close to the fret as possible, because that position, the note is created as easy as it gets. When you try to create a note here, you really need to build up way more pressure. So, I mean, this is not realistic to be with both fingers right to the fret. I don't do that because it's too much of a stretch, but just keep that in mind. The closer you are to the frets, the easier it is. And now you try to play first the low E string and then the A string. And it might sound like this, but it also might sound like this. This is normal. Don't get mad at yourself. Then you try to take a look again. Okay, first things first, just the index finger and then the ring finger. And when something like this happens, you master the E string, but the rest doesn't work. Focus on the ring finger until you master it. And then, when you finally made it, make a break for just 2 or 3 seconds. And then you build it up again. Fresh start. And please do me a favor and play the strings after each other. That way you can control yourself if you're playing them right. Make sure your fingers don't lie on the fretboard like this. They really need to stand up, stand straight, because you could now also add the pinky right behind the ring finger on the 5th fret of the D string. And again, it might sound like this. Don't worry. Give your hand a couple of seconds to chill and then build up the pressure on the strings again. And play every string after the other. And now when it comes to change the power chord position to get to the next one, what I did in the intro, it might be in the beginning a better idea just to train it with the index finger so you know where to go. Because the problem is when you're a beginner and you want to change positions of power chords, you just build up so much pressure when you try to change positions that you really get a cramp in your hand and everything will collapse. So at the beginning, just keep in mind this is the shape, this very shape. You have your index finger and then one fret space between it and the ring finger, but the ring finger is also one side the other way. The pinky is right behind the ring finger. This is the shape. You need to shift everywhere on the neck. And if you change strings, all the fingers change the string, okay? But this shape is like fixed. This is a power chord shape. You can put it on anywhere on the neck, and this makes it so easy to play tons of chords with it, because power chords are always fretted, grabbed the same way. And now our power chords are G and D, which is the 5th fret of A string and 7th fret D and G string. Then comes the E power chord, 2 frets up, 1, 2, with all the fingers, 7th fret and 9th fret on the A, D and G string. And then a C power chord in the 3rd fret, 5th fret, 5th fret of the A, D and G string. G, D, E and C. Can you feel the love tonight? When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Take on me, smile I'll never. I just wanna live forever. Na 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 na. La 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 la. Just an example. What you can do just with those chords. Of course, you need for any song a certain rhythm, a certain tempo. Offspring was way too slow right now. I think you got it. But you get the idea of what power chords can do. You can play them, and the moment you just play, just sing to it, and you hear the lyrics, the melody, and the rhythm, it becomes a song. You don't need fancy open or bar chords to play songs. It's great, and it's not something the pros don't use. I use it all the time. I love power chords. So don't be too hard on yourself when you don't master them from the beginning. They are not that hard to do, but you need to work a little bit on them. And try, as I said before, when you want to change between chords, to just play it with the index finger first. So that way you really know where to go, because this is the biggest problem for beginners. They don't know where to go. At least not in the tempo they should know it. Because when you try to think about it, it's already too late. The song went on without you. And you need to try to hop on that train again, that song train. So, try to master it with the index finger first. And always between the chords, try to relax a little bit. Release the pressure and don't shift it with the pressure held up all the time, okay? 3rd fret. Jump to the 5th fret, jump to the 7th fret, jump to the 3rd fret, and so on. And after a while, please do me a favor and really try to master it this way first. Then you bring in 2 fingers. And when you did that for a couple of minutes, for maybe a couple of days, bring in the 3rd finger. And so on. Do it just with a simple strum. Don't use anything fancy on it. This is important because you need to focus on one thing first. You need to get that done first. Because when you already try to play a fancy rhythm pattern, I can assure you, you will fail when you've never done this before, because this is too much for your brain to do that at once. Take care of your left hand, take care of your right hand, take care of the strings you want to hit, the strings you don't want to hit, get away with this annoying buzzing of the frets of the strings and stuff. Break it down to one thing at a time. And you will see the power chords are your best friends to master tons of songs. They're just great. So I hope you learned a lot in this video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section. And also below this video, you will find in the video description my free lessons for beginners. Make sure to check them out. Tons of cool videos there, just totally free, no strings attached. You will get them to your home, no matter if you play an acoustic or an electric guitar. It's great for you. It's a great basis to master everything you need to know to get along on my channel here. So thanks for tuning in and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.